they are getting potential recruits back into the military. And I said, recruits for what? Recruits from a rebellion against the government. I received a phone call today from an old mate, and I won't give. I'll just shorten the details so he can't be pinned down. But he lives in Queensland, and he rang up and said, "I've been asked to go back into the military. They're recruiting. Apparently, they're recruiting nationwide. They're calling up everybody to sign up again." And I said, "Well, good on you, mate. Good on you, mate. Are you going to do it?" He said, "No." But as a bit of a joke, I said, I'd like to be in the SAS. I'd like to be Special Forces. And they went, "Yeah, okay, no worries." This guy served for a few years, a long time ago, and has been out for at least 25 years. Now, you do the maths on his age.
Is he 50?
Why are they recruiting former defence members? God. And I pondered this for a while, and I didn't come up with an answer. Somebody else is a little more canny than me, because I'm thinking, okay, there could be legitimate reasons why, and this is happening Australia-wide. They're calling up a whole bunch of people. It didn't make sense. So why are they calling people up? I thought, okay, let's do the obvious thing. They're preparing for a legitimate contingency which requires an increase in defence personnel. Now, there's a cap on how many defence personnel the military can have, Army, Navy and Air Force. There's a limit. They just can't keep recruiting. But reserves is different, and they're calling up all these people to sit in the reserves, and then they've recently changed with that enhancement bill how they can get the reserves in. So they get to go above their authorised establishment, just like that, by calling in the reserves if there's an emergency declared. They also built in this faster process where the Minister of Defence can go straight to the Governor-General and get it done, as long as he has the Prime Minister's okay. Okay, maybe. So it's all suspicious, right? So they're recalling ancient soldiers with groaning bodies to sign up again. And I thought, why? Legitimate operation? Not really. It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. Because forward planning identifies potential crises, and then you start your recruiting well in advance, because there's a lead time to get this done. Recruit training, initial employment training, and then getting up to speed with their particular unit. And you'd think about that and you build it in. It's called the operational, getting from a minimum level of capability to an operational level of capability, and it varies. Some are within 4 hours, for example, or a month, 2 years. But that didn't work. It didn't work for me. And then I thought, are they getting more people to get them on the street for this COVID nonsense? And that's a plausible explanation, because they want more troops on the ground to make Australians believe it's normal to have soldiers on the streets, which it should be. And then I was advised, no, you missed the point, mate, I was told. And I thought, okay, enlighten me. They are getting potential recruits back into the military. And I said, recruits for what? Recruits from a rebellion against the government. Who's the biggest threat? You sit right back. Who's a threat to you? Trained soldiers who are strong-willed, independent, and well-trained. So let's reduce the pool from which extreme right-wing groups could recruit. Does that make sense? And I said, that can't be it. That can't be it. And then I thought about it more and more and more. And then I went to the US, and it's exactly what the US would do, what the progressives in the US would do. Because the reason that the progressives can't make any headway in the US is because there's a massively heavily armed portion of the United States population that would say, no, you don't. Second Amendment, you can't touch me, don't do it. And so they've almost picked up a policy from the US and said to Australia, look, you better recruit all these guys, get them back in uniform, so they are compelled to follow orders, and they're out of the pool of possible recruits for right-wing extreme groups, or even just support people like me. And A1, reduce it, you can't get involved. Either way, and I wouldn't put money on any of those possibilities yet, because I haven't seen enough detail. But something stinks. Something very, very wrong is going on. And if I get some more intel on what's going on, I'll let you know. But at this stage, something is not adding up, because they're putting pieces of the jigsaw together, and the picture is not an attractive one. It's a bit like that 2016 legislation that allows WA police to strip your children naked and forcibly inject them with the vaccine. Why did that pop up? There was no reason. They were just preparing for 2020. Yes. So don't think that they don't look ahead. They do. Oh, they do. The useful idiots down the bottom have got no idea. They just follow orders blindly. The people up here running the show, pulling the strings, holding the marionette, they know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it, and there's something's not right. Something stinks very, very badly.
The speed that things are deteriorating, it does seem exponential. And there are a lot of worried people.
And they should be. They should be worried.
Yeah.
I get that call all the time. What do we do? What do we do? I get it all the time. And it's always the same. Sign up at AustraliaOneParty.com, get your working with children's check, contact your state coordinator, start banding together and recruit, build the army.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that's going to stop this before the next election
Yeah.
and then leading up to the election is to have one party that actually has your best interest at heart, that actually wants to return sovereignty to you.
Yeah. I was really shocked this week. Guys, I'll be